Most people go through life reacting. They guess, they hope, they wish for the best. But the ones who win, they don't wait for life to happen. They see what's coming before it arrives. They don't just react, they predict. And after today, so will you. Because human behavior isn't random. Every action, every decision, every reaction follows a hidden script. Most people don't see it. They move blindly, running the same patterns over and over, never questioning why. But once you learn to recognize these patterns, you won't just predict what people are going to do next. You'll control it. This is the predictive loop method, the key to anticipating, influencing, and controlling human behavior. After today, you won't just play the game. You'll be the one controlling it. People think their actions are unique, that their decisions are spontaneous. They're not. Every person follows loops, repetitive cycles of behavior they don't even realize they're stuck in. The way they react under pressure, a loop. How they respond to authority, a loop. Their decision-making process, a loop. And here's the secret. Most people repeat these loops unconsciously, but not you. Because once you start seeing these patterns, you'll know exactly what someone will do before they even realize it themselves. Imagine playing chess against someone who doesn't even know they're playing. They think their moves are their own. But you see 10 moves ahead, and that's how you gain control. The secret to predicting behavior isn't magic, it's observation. Before you can spot deception, hesitation, or stress, you need to know what normal looks like for someone. This is called baseline behavior, the way a person acts when they're relaxed, unguarded, and simply being themselves. Here's what you need to watch. Speech patterns. Do they talk fast or slow? Is their voice steady or hesitant? Body language. Are they expressive or controlled? Do they lean in when they talk or keep their distance? Facial expressions. Do they naturally smile while speaking or do they stay neutral? Once you understand someone's baseline, any deviation stands out like a red flag. Most people fail because they focus on words. Big mistake. Words can be manipulated, but body language, tone, and micro expressions, they don't lie. People don't just wake up and decide to lie. They don't suddenly change emotions without warning. Their body reacts before their brain catches up. If you know where to look, you can predict actions before they happen. Here's what you need to watch for. Speech shifts. If a confident person suddenly hesitates or stumbles over their words, something just changed internally. Blinking and eye contact. More blinking, looking away at key moments. That's discomfort or deception. Fidgeting and posture changes. If someone shifts their weight, adjusts their clothes, or touches their face, their body is reacting before they can control it. Voice tone. A relaxed voice suddenly going high-pitched or aggressive. That's an emotional shift happening in real time. These signals expose the truth before someone even speaks. And if you can catch them, you own the conversation. Most people focus on what's being said, but if you want real power, you need to focus on what happens right before someone speaks or acts. Because here's the truth. People don't decide in the moment. Their brain processes emotions and actions in a sequence. 1. Subconscious reaction. Micro expressions, body language shifts, breathing changes. 2. Pre-action cues, adjusting position, looking at key people, shifting weight. 3. Conscious action, speaking, moving, making a decision. Most people only notice step 3, but you'll start seeing steps 1 and 2, and once you do, you'll always be 2 steps ahead. Knowing what someone will do next is powerful, but shaping their response before they even realize it, that's where real control begins. 1. Anticipate resistance before it happens. People don't just react to words, they react to tone, body language, and emotional triggers. If someone is about to push back, their body tells you first. Shoulders tense, arms cross, breathing changes. Most people don't see this coming. They argue, fight, and get resistance. But you adjust before they even speak. Try this instead. I know this might sound different, but hear me out. I'm curious about your take. What's your first thought? This stops their brain from going into defense mode. It keeps them open to your idea. 2. Use pre-framing to guide decisions. If someone is preparing to say no, don't fight it. Redirect it. Instead of saying, you should should do this, which triggers resistance, try, if you were in my position, what would you do? What do you think the smartest move is here? This hijacks their thought process. It makes them feel like they're making the decision themselves, and when people own a decision, they follow through. 3. Restrict negative reactions before they happen. If you notice resistance building, act fast. Break the pattern. Reset their response. Change the subject for a few seconds. Adjust your posture. Lean in slightly or lower your voice. Pause. Silence creates tension and forces their brain to reset. Most people don't realize their emotions are being redirected, but their behavior shifts just as you plan. If you can read people, you have power. But if no one can read you, you become unstoppable. Change your speech rhythm deliberately. Master a still, unreadable face. Master your reactions, no matter what's happening around you. Confidence in silence makes others uncomfortable. It forces them to reveal more than they intended. At this level, you don't just predict behavior. You shape it, you control it. And when you control behavior, you don't just navigate life, you dominate it. Now take what you've learned, go out there, and start winning.